Sana. What happens?
Mag-start na po ako, Doc.
I will just wait for
The others po.
yeah.
Okay po, Doc.
Uh-uh. Ancheta is not yet in. Will be the next one, and then followed by Osano. Osano, you are ready for your medical education? Osano, Mera?
Doc,
Yeah. So you'll be the next one after legal.
ayun ang report ko, Doc?
What's it again?
Is it next week, Doc?
Dili. Because it's your time for presentation now. No, so,
I will be, ano, Doc, maunang siya sa akin, Doc, si Ancheta. The legal.
yes. The Ancheta is not yet in.
Tawagan ko lang siya, Doc.
Then,
Hindi naman yan siya. Wait lang, Doc, ha?
so you all. Ancheta is now getting in with Anomalia. Albania. Okay. So get
Good
ready.
morning.
So Amalia.
Good morning po, Doc.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning po, Doc.
Good morning. So, Albania. So it's only Casquejo is absent until this time. There's not yet around. So, Miss Polinares, you can start with a prayer.
Okay, noted po, Doc. Let us all pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this great day that you have given to us. Thank you for blessing us and guiding us all throughout. Thank you for everything that you've done. Lord, as we start our class today, may you give us enough wisdom and knowledge, Lord, so that we will be able to understand the lesson for today. Thank you for everything. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, you can start now. Sure.
Madungog ko, Doc. Good morning, classmates.
Very well.
Okay.
You
Good
go
morning,
on.
classmates. Good
Good morning,
morning,
ma'am.
Doc. Good morning po. So my topic is all about curriculum of early childhood education and or preschool. I will be your reporter for today. My name is Trehan John Bernal Colinares. So, yes. What is curriculum? I guess we are all versed about this curriculum because there are a lot of reporters before me na nag-discuss na about the curriculum. But then I'll still share this with you so that we will also have share of insights. A curriculum is a set of subjects by the government being taught by the school. It's also a program that has content of equipping the learners to be literate, gain knowledge, discover new things, and engage oneself in teaching learning process. It is also a set of materials to be performed in different activities with the guidance of a teacher, which results to achieve a set of objectives which meet the needs of a diverse learners. So in the Republic Act 10157, that is, or it is the Kindergarten Education Act, made kindergarten the compulsory and mandatory entry stage to basic education. So we all know man gyud na before ay okay lang man magbisaya dok no.
but not so much, only
Yes.
some emphasis.
Okay pa, Doc. Thank you po. So we all know that before we proceed to grade level or grade 1 to grade 6 senior high, we have this ladderized. We have to go through to preschool, kinder 1 and kinder 2. But before I proceed with the kindergarten, I will share something about the difference of kindergarten and also early childhood education. But if you have insights, please feel free to correct me or to share ideas with me. The difference between kindergarten is that kindergarten has only a specific age from preschool to kinder 2, kinder 1 and kinder 2. While in early childhood, the difference there is from 0 to grade 2, I guess. Mo na siya ang coverage sa early childhood education. So, kanang dako vast kaayo ang early childhood compared to kindergarten education. So I'll now proceed. So Section 2 of this Act provides that all 5 years old children shall be given equal opportunities for kindergarten education to effectively promote their physical, social, emotional, and intellectual development. And that includes values formation so that they will be ready for school. So these are the common the subjects that kids undergo or discuss in their formal education. So the DepEd believes that kindergarten is the transition period from informal to formal literacy, grades 1 to 12, considering that age 5 is within the critical years in which positive experiences must be nurtured to a certain school readiness. We all know that kids are like tabula rasa. Whatever we teach them, whatever they hear, whatever they see, they are the absorbers. For example, we did something good. They will also do it. It will also reciprocate. They will copy kung unsa ang ilahang mga nakita natin. Even as teachers, if we say something, they will sometimes they copy us, they mimic kung unsa ang history or even our actions. That's why we teachers also need to be responsible or be mindful sa atong actions because little that we know our students are mimicking us. Just like this, when I was teaching in grade 2, I was the advisor of one private institution. So I gave them an activity and then I asked per group to have one leader. And then I was surprised because one of my students, I sorry po noon sa mana, sorry, because I was surprised that one of my students are mimicking my actions. And like totally gimimik yun niya. Kung unsa ako ang pagtudlo sa ilaha, kanang gimimik yun nila. I was amazed by that yet. So careful with sometimes with our actions because our students tend to copy us, especially if they view us as a mentor yun. So, ganun siya. So in Section 5 of the Said Republic Act also state the adoption of the mother tongue based or the multilingual education. Therefore, mother tongue of the learner shall be the primary medium of instruction for teaching and learning in kindergarten. So diri mo kita natin gina-insert ng mother tongue based or mga Bisaya or unsa gid ako ang language jud nga gidak-an. So, kana siya. That's why it's also important when it comes to kindergarten education. It is very important that the teachers there are well trained with the kids or with the kindergarten education. That's why we also have this Republic Act. I forgot po kung unsa to. But nakastate dito kung as much as possible ang magtudlo sa kindergarten or kindergarten education are majors or early childhood education, because there are also some schools in which we can't deny the fact nga kanang even if you're a high school or gen ed imuhang major, wala kay laing choice or you don't have any choice. But if the principal told you nga ikaw ang magtudlo sa kani nga grade nga certain level, for example grade 3 ay kanang high school science major, but then the principal told you to teach sa preschool. So, wala man ka. You can't say no because that's the principal. Mo na gisulti. That's why sometimes kanang maglibog po sa mga teachers ba. But then, again, if you're a preschool education or that's your major, please focus on that and use that gift para mas nagkagma-learn ang mga students natin. So the Kindergarten Curriculum Framework, or the KCF, it draws from the goals of the K-12 Philippine Basic Education Curriculum Framework and adopts the general principles of the National Early Learning Framework, or the NELF. The kindergarten learners need to have a smooth transition to the content-based curriculum of grades 1 to 12. On the rectangles, the three rectangles that you will see there, it is the basis for teaching learning in the early years, which are founded on constructivism, integrative, thematic, collaborative, inquiry-based, and reflective teaching in play-based approaches with application of ADAPT, or developmentally appropriate practices. This supports the principles of child growth and development and the learning program development and assessment. So like what I said a while ago na, these kids tend to mimic the teachers. Okay, this is one of the vital stage yun sa mga bata. No? So, kanang formative years din siya. So, it's really important that we teach the kids well. In this circle, this one, it signifies the system of how kinder education is to be employed. The interlocked ellipses. It represents the learning domain that have to be nurtured and equally imparted to holistically developed children. It also forms a flower, this one. It also forms a flower that portrays your gradual unfolding but steady development as is expected of every child. The child is seen as being in the process of blossoming. That's why this flower, it symbolizes as a kanang flower nga nag-blossom pagid ang mga bata. So that's, yeah, balik-balik din ako explain. It's really important, vital yun ang preschool years sa mga kids. It's like a flower body's development should not be forced, lest it lose its chance to fully mature. Sure, the domains are enclosed by the learning areas children will meet in grade 1 onward, for which they are being prepared. The outermost layer indicates the curricular themes upon which the kindergarten curriculum guide or the teacher's guide is designed. It has been crafted using the thematic or integrative approach to curriculum development in a spiraling learning process. This approach employs integrative and interactive teaching learning strategies as well as child-centered learning experiences. So we have a lot of different approaches here in a classroom setting or in a hidden curriculum setting. In a classroom setting, depende siya on how the teacher is um, or kung sa iyang gina-apply. Is it a teacher-based or child-based? But then, it is really important po yun nga kanang mas mahone yun nato better, more ang mga kids or mga students. So the principles. A general principles of the National Early Learning Framework are the next. A. On child growth and development. Let us always remember that di parehos level ang mga bata. Every child is unique. Growth and development vary from child to child. For whom the first 8 years of life are most vital, like what I said a while ago po, he or she has an innate desire, and this is best done through meaningful and real experiences. That's why manotice na to in this stage, daghan silang artwork. They are exposed to a lot of things because in this stage yun kanang balik-balik na pud ko. So tingnan ko nga they are sponge. They are like sponge yun. So what they see, what they feel, unsa ilang kuan makita or madungog, i-grasp yun nila na. So number two, every aspect of growth and development is interrelated and interdependent. The child needs to be nurtured in a good and caring environment that enhances healthy and dependable relationships with other children and most significant adults. So in this period, that's why we've noticed that kindergarten teachers, they are the most active, lively, kanang hawd kaayo mangati or mag-appreciate sa mga bata. Nga, oh, okay, that's very good, okay. But if the student didn't do anything, ang teacher mo solid gina, okay, let's talk. Kanang ginabutan yun. So, magawas yun ang atong pagka-best actress o best actors yun mga mawag sir, no? So there, the learning and development of every child involve a series of complex and dynamic processes that are best attended to in a more positive and response manner. So as much as possible in these years, kanang positive ang feedback sa ila so that they will be more interested or mas ma-boost ang ilang self-confidence. Kasi these years, most of the kids good are shy type good na. So we need to expose them and kanang their positive response is very vital. Four, the child must be encouraged to aspire beyond one's level of achievements and to practice newly acquired competencies. Every child is a thinking, moving, feeling, and interactive human being able to actively participate in the learning and development of self in the context of one's family and community, including cultural and religious beliefs. So, as you've noticed, very good, sometimes ang mga kids, ang ato ang tone na pagstorya, sometimes they will also react to that. If high pitch ka, hadlok ang mga bata, it is because they have fears of kanang murag strict ka ang voice nato. So in this stage again, kanang we need to be more kanang dramatic or artistic if agawas gid nato ni atong pagka-artista ani. B, on learning program development. The learning program the learning program is child-centered. It promotes the holistic way by which young children grow and develop, and recognizes the role of families and communities in supporting the child through various stages of growth and development. Two, the learning program is appropriate for developing the domains and must sustain interest in active learning of all young children, including those with special abilities, marginalized, and those at risk. So I remember when I was teaching grade 2 level, kasi ang ako ang class, my class before is mixed. So I have this kids who are special or ano sa by term ana and also na po tong normal kids. So, join sila. I have this 18 kids. Five of them are very active good. So, I can really see the difference. So, I have to get the attention of those five kids. So, ang ako ang mga activities, most of the time sa ilaha. But then, joint na sila tanan. But then, I see to it na makaparticipate ning five ka mga kids na ko. Because in my class, I don't want na no one is left behind with that everyone sabay og grow. Though, ay ilahi magid sila level. Pero at least, duol-duol na gid sa og level. Three, the learning program is implemented by the way of diverse learning activities that may be enhanced with multimedia technologies such as interactive radio, audio, video clips, and computer enhanced activities. So I also remember before when I was teaching, pag lunchtime, I usually, kasi they are not allowed to go out the classroom, they really have this kanang nap time. So, magpa-play ko nag-video and then turn off gid ang lights kay para while they are watching, mas maka-focus sila. And I am amazed with the students kay kanang very emotional sila. They interact with the video na ilahang nakita. So, it's also important kung unsa to ang pakita sa mga bata there. The use of learning materials and other resources that are locally developed and or locally available is encouraged. So mother tongue shall be used as a child's language of learning. That is C. On learning assessment. Assessment is done to monitor learning, know where the child is at, and inform parents of the child's progress. Assessment is crucial to identifying the child's total development needs, does not determine academic achievement. Assessment is best conducted on a regular basis so that a timely response or intervention can be made to improve learning. Teachers, it is really important to have an assessment with sa mga bata. As much as possible, time to time, you will record their actions because I had an incident before. There was a parent na nagcomplain. Why ani ang grade sa bata? Nganong gipatawag ang parents? And then, nganong ana ang reaction sa bata? So, when nagsuriyahanay namin sa parent, I had this assessment with me. I was holding the assessment. I was reading it aloud together with the principal. Of course, di ba kailangan maging magstorya with the principal at parent kasi I question ang parent. So, dito nila nakita ngangin ani ang gibuhat sa bata that day. But then, the parents are, some parents are really in the denial stage. Nga, wala gibuhat daw kung sa ilang anak. But syempre, they will not see what's inside the classroom. God. Pero at least we have this assessment na atay mga records kung sa'y ginabuhat sa mga bata inside the classroom. And also, not just, the things, nga negative things ang nabuhat sa mga bata, but also we will also write the positive ones, the positive ones. So, number 4, the results of the learning assessment of a child shall be kept secretly confidential. Rating should be more qualitative, descriptive, and less numerical. The family and community must be informed of the general outcomes of learnings so as to encourage further cooperation and partnership. This number 5, this is also relatable to us. Kasi in our school before, we really have a meeting. First hand yun. What are the expectations of the parents? And what do they want to happen inside the classroom? At least we teachers are able to know the expectations, and the parents will also hear our voice. Kung unsa ang gusto nato mahitabo pod sa ilahang classroom para clear ang tanan. Kung unsay mahitabo, clear gyud ang tanan. Developmental domains. One developmental domain is the social-emotional development. Children are expected to develop emotional skills, basic concepts pertaining to he or herself, how to relate well with other people in his or her immediate environment, demonstrate awareness of one's social identity, and appreciate cultural diversity among the school community and other people.
What happened?
Behave appropriately in various situations and places, manifest of God, country, and fellow men. I had this experience po again. We have this what we call convocation. So in a convocation, syempre naman yun na diratanan ang mga students from preschool to grade 6. So I was assigned to a class na kanang grabe gid kaayo sila gid ang kanang musulti gid kabadlongon ba kay syempre in that age they are beginning to experience new things man pud yun. So, pag musiga na gid na ang mata sa teacher, musiga na gid na akong mata, mag-behave na gid na sila, ay kabalo na gid sila unsay mahitabo, but wala mo gid na ako sila punish, pero ang mata lang gid nako ang nagatan-aw sa ilaha, and they have this kanang note gid sa ako na kanang pag nakalugay akong hair, relax ta si teacher. Pero pag once na nakatali na akong hair, kabalo na gid na sila nga strong na kaayo si teacher. So na I once gid nga nagtali ko sa akong hair, it's because igang na gid kaayo. Nagbehave gid sila tanan, na shock ko nga na nagbehave. Then one of my students asked me, "Teacher, are you mad at us? We didn't do anything." So I explained, "No, I'm not mad at you kids. It's just igang lang gid kaayo magtali lang si teacher ha." So kabalo na gid sila pag nagatali ko or wala ko nagatali unsa ang meaning ana. So 3, physical health and motor development. Children are expected to develop both their fine and gross motor skills to be efficient and effective movers when engaging in wholesome physical and health activities. They are also expected to acquire an understanding of good health habits and develop their awareness about the importance of safety and how they can prevent danger at home, in school, and in public places. For the aesthetic creative development. Children are expected to develop their aesthetic sense and creative expression through drawing, painting, and manipulative activities. Aesthetic development involves the love and pursuit of beauty in art, music, and movement, and creates opportunities for the creative expression of emotions, thoughts, feelings, and ideas. 5 is the mathematics or cognitive. Children are expected to understand and demonstrate knowledge, thinking skills, and insights into patterns of mathematic concepts of numbers, length, capacity, mass, and time through the use of concrete objects or materials, and to apply this meaningfully in their daily experiences. Children are provided with varied manipulative activities to help them see the relationships and interconnections in math and, and enable them to deal flexibly with mathematical ideas and concepts. 6. Understanding the physical and natural environment. Children are expected to demonstrate a basic understanding of concepts pertaining to living and non-living things, including weather, and use this in categorizing things in his or her life environment. These are also expected to acquire the essential skills and sustain their natural curiosity in their immediate environment through exploration, discovery, observation, and relate their everyday experiences using their senses such as touch, sight, smell, taste, and hearing. 7. The language, literacy, and communication. This domain provides opportunities on an early literacy learning for self-expression through language using the mother tongue of the child's first language. Children are expected to develop communicative skills in their first language. They are also expected to develop more positive attitudes towards reading, writing, and to view themselves as effective language. So this is a diagram about for the kids. Myself, family, my school, community, more things around me. So mo ni siya gyud ang usually nagatuyok sa bata in those formative years. Myself. It is a concept and ideas that helps the learners understand about himself or herself better so that he or she will develop as an individual. My family. This concept, ideas, practices that guide the child to be responsible and proud of himself and family. School. Practices and situations that help the child understand how to be an individual and socialize with other learners, teachers, and other school personnel. My community. These concepts, ideas, practices, situations, and responsibilities that the learner should acquire and understand so that he or she will become functional and responsive member to the community. Five, more things around me, all other concepts, ideas, practices, situations, and responsibilities beyond themes 1 to 4, but which may be relevant to the community, culture, and interest to the learners. So in English, these are the subjects na usually ginabuhat or ginakabuhat natin sa mga kids. In English reading here, parts of a book. So in here, we will be able to introduce them, the author, illustrator, title, page, responding to the stories, read by drawing, labeling pictures, and or writing, sequencing, poetry, kaniang. Bihira ra kaayo ni siya, but most of the time, kanigid ang focus. So writing letters with a 2 to 3 letters per week. So poem, di ba, Mr. Remember or I ko lang di ay basin ako lang maka-remember nga always ko ginapa-recite and all things bright and beautiful. Until now, naapagyap, pero di like na ko siya memorize. So there's also this battle of the one or two consonants per week. So we will introduce it to them. Hinay, hinay, good. So we have the short vowel sound and the long vowel sound. So next is the mathematics subjects. Count by tens. So through pictures, we can tell them about through pictures, pwede po itong katong sa duck, katong kalimot ko unsa siya, basta duck siya. So counting from 1 to 20, clearly differentiating pronunciation of numbers like 15 and 20, 19 and 90. So, mga ginana siya. Explore measurement by comparing lengths. Use measurement comparison words. Identify and describe shapes. Compare and create shapes. Count with one-to-one correspondence using concrete objects. Count backwards by ones from 20 to 1. Understand the concept of zero. Represent numbers with concrete objects. Sort objects using a variety of attributes. Demonstrate understanding of the concept of volume through sand and water. Compare volumes and develop awareness of relative size. Participate in creating a bar graph. create and extend patterns, label some simple patterns as A, B. So katong usually ginapasulat nato sa ilaha letters. So compare heights of different objects. Make a pictorial representation of class data. Next, science and social studies. This level, it identifies the five senses and what body part each sense uses. Explore the sense of smell, identify and differentiate items using their sense of smell. Explore the sense of taste, identify and differentiate items using their sense of taste. Explore the sense of hearing, identify and differentiate items using their sense of hearing. Explore the sense of touch, identify and differentiate items using their sense of touch. Explore their sense of sight, identify and differentiate items using their sense of sight. Become aware of the importance of their senses in perceiving the world around them and in all scientific observation. Philippine histories. Sorry. Identify the symbols of the Philippine flag. Create the Philippine flag in drawing and coloring. Explore and differentiate. So Korea from Germany to Philippine flag. And then give respect and singing. This one is also adapted sa mga kids, no? Especially in singing the national anthem. Like what I usually do pag singing of anthem na tupadan na ako na akong mga kids nga very hyper. So pag mulihok, igo lang yun, tutukan. Kabalo na ginat sila basta matutukan na ni teacher, babe. Or pag dili makapansin, ang ilahang mga classmate ang mukulit sa ila nag-behave kay si teacher. Ang mata ni teacher nagsigahan na po. So there. Identify the national symbols of tree, leaf, fruit, and house. Their physical education, fundamental movements, spatial awareness, body awareness, qualities of movements, their locomotor and non-locomotor skills, and manipulative skills. So, territorial games, net, wall games, striking, and fielding. So that is in the games. Dance. Creative dance, folk dance, line dance. So ganahan kini sila ani especially pag mga dance, wala pa nag-start ang music, nang gisayaw na, ambak-ambak na gid na sila. So educational gymnastics, spatial awareness, body awareness, locomotor and non-locomotor skills, manipulative skills, gymnastics, actions, roles, balances, transfer, way, and hold. So, nagipikid gid ani nga, I mean, kids, yeah, student na, grabe gid siya ka-hyper. Mashock na lang gid so, ay mashock na lang gid ko mga ma'am and sir, no? Kaya while nag-class ko, mukalit lang siya split na tubangan. So, mututi na lang gid, okay, a round of applause sa atong student, sa inyong classmate. May na lang po, kay makasabot po ako ang mga estudyante. So there, swimming, recognized stroke, water confidence, water safety. So kana siya para giligid mga hadlok ang mga tubig sa mga bata. Ay, tubig sa mga bata, balik na di ay ang mga bata sa tubig. Sorry po. So, music with the melody and drama. So, kani siya, we will also introduce this to the kids, singing and musical symbols. So, singing and stage performance, they also like this. While bata pa, i-explore or pa-experience natin sa ila kay there are really kids na shy type na pag-abot sa stage, mga hadlok agad. It's because wala kayo na practice or na-expose with this kinds. art projects, favorite pa sa mga kids. And this time, we will expose them with Fish Mobile Craft for Kids, Roxy Alphabet, Decorative Photo Frame. So, make a parachute toy, color signs for kinder, fun fridge magnet. So, ma-remember na ko ning kaning katong photo or photo frame. Gapin gid niya iyahang papi kasi apil gid daw. Tapos pati ako ang picture gi-apil kay mami po daw ko niya. So, gi-explain na pud na ako siya nga, teacher, I will also include you here because you're my mommy. Mauna ni Ron. Maalaan na tang inahan. So, that ends my topic. I hope you learn po and thank you and God bless po.
Okay, thank you so much. Pang kinder good ka, no?
Pang kinder dito ka. Yes po.
How do you find your teaching in kinder?
Actually, Doc, major ko po is preschool education. However, na-assign ko sa grade 2 level. Opo, pero 1 year experience lang po yan kasi wala pa po ako nakatake ng exam po.
So
Mag-exam pa lang po, Doc. Yes po.
at least you have the exam, huh?
Yes po. Yes po.
Okay, so thank you so much. So, Miss Culinaris, baho kayo ng imong imong report. Going to be the first one in
Yes po.
philosophy. But anyway, so we can now proceed to Ancheta. No? So Ancheta, you can prepare yourself. So while Ancheta is preparing, I would like to, well, because we are only 10 in this class, no? So we need to finish by June 11. Okay? So that means the start of the presentation of your NRAD report will be by May 28. So between now and May 28, you'll have to finish all those topics that are assigned. So we need to have at least 3 firm meeting presentation. Huh? So 3 presentations every meeting so that we can finish our supposed to be coverage for this particular course. Okay? So, Ancheta, your legal education program.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning, classmates. I'm April Rose Ancheta, and my topic is about legal education program. Legal education. Legal education. It refers to a professional educational program that cultivates and imparts the understanding of the law, its articulation in jurisprudence, and the administration of justice. It is a post-baccalaureate degree program and includes both the basic law course as well as graduate course in law. The basic law course shall either be Bachelor of Laws or the LLB or the Juris Doctor or the JD. The graduate degree programs include Master of Laws or the LLM, Master of Comparative Law or the MCL, Master of Juridical Science or the MJS, and the doctoral degrees. Doctor of Juridical Science, JSD or SJD, or Doctor of Civil Law, DCL, or any other equivalent or, or synonymous degree or degree. So here in legal education, meron tayong post-baccalaureate degree program. May basic law course. Yung basic law course, it is consists of Bachelor of Laws or the LLB and the Juris Doctor or the JD degree. And we have also the graduate degree. It is consists of Masters of Laws. And sa doctoral degrees, under gihapon siya sa graduate degree. So, nandito yung Doctor of Civil Laws at saka yung Doctor of Juridical Science. Legal Education Board. The Legal Education Board was created pursuant to RA number 7662, also known as the Legal Education Reform Act of 1993. The law was approved by President Fidel V. Ramos on the 23rd day of December 1993. The Legal Education Board is mandated to uplift the standards of legal education in order to prepare law students for advocacy, counseling, problem solving, and decision making to infuse in them the ethics of the legal profession. So because of the Republic Act number 7662 or the Legal Education Act of 1993, starting in 1994, the Legal Education Board has the powers to administer the legal education system of our country and also to supervise the law schools. Legal Education Board composition. The board is composed of a chairman who must preferably a former justice of the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeals and four other regular members, each representing the Integrated Bar of the Philippines or the IBP, and the Philippine Association of Law Schools or the PPAL, the ranks of active law practitioners, and the law student sector. A representative from the Commission on Higher Education shall also serve as an ex officio member of the board. With the exception of the representative of the law student sector, the chairman and regular members of the board must be natural-born citizens of the Philippines and members of the Philippine Bar who have been engaged for at least 10 years in the practice of law, as well as in the teaching of law in a duly authorized or recognized law schools. So yung chairperson ng Legal Education Board, yung latest ngayon is si Ma'am Ana Marie Bella Trinidad. Siya yung chairperson ng Legal Education Board. Then, kasama niya yung mga commissioners na sila Ma'am Joseph C. Sorera P. Siya yung representative ng Philippine Association of Law. Then, si Commissioner Salex Espinosa Aliboga, siya yung representative ng rank of active law practitioners. Members din nila doon sila, Commissioner Alexander Dumpa, Commissioner Lorenzo Regaliana Reyes. So, yan din lang yung mga yung mga composition ng mga Legal Education Board. The board shall have the following powers and functions. First, to administer the legal education system. Second, to supervise the law schools. The administration of the legal education system and of our country and the supervisions of the law schools, it should be in the manner of Republic Act number 7662, yung Legal Education Reform Act of 1993. Then, to set accreditation standards for law schools, to accredit law schools, to set minimum standards for law admission and minimum qualification and compensation of faculty members. It takes into account the size of enrollment, the qualification of the members of the faculty, the library, and other facilities. To prescribe the basic curricula for the course of study aligned to the requirements for admission to the bar, law practice, and social consciousness, and such other courses of study as may be prescribed by the law schools. So, aside sa law schools, kasama na dito yung mga colleges and the different levels of accreditation status. Then, establish a law practice internship as a requirement for taking the bar. So, dito, sa letter G, kung saan dito yung student, they shall undergo with any duly accredited private or public law office or firm or legal assistance group any time during the law course for a specific period that the board may be decide. So, kakaroon sila ng internship kung saan dapat accredited siya. Dapat kasama nila doon um, dapat may legal assistance from the group sa private or public law office. Tapos, ang kanilang internship or yung kanilang uh, practicum dapat hindi siya mag-exceeds ng 12 months, a total of 12 months. Legal system. The Philippine legal system is an amalgamation of the world's major systems. This system includes Roman civil law, which was inherited from Spain, the Anglo-American common law, which were derived from the laws of the United States, and Islamic law, otherwise known as the Sharia law of the Muslim world. Private law and legal codes are substantially patterned after the civil law of Spain, while public law, including political laws, is based on the Anglo-American legal system. So, ang legal system ng Philippines is um, hindi lang siya binase sa isa, kundi pinag-isa yung Roman, pati yung Anglo-American, nakabase din tayo sa Anglo-American na system, at saka yung Islamic law, kasama din yung Islamic law para makonsider din yung mga Islam, mga kapatid natin ng mga Islam. Ang tawag dun sa kanilang is the Sharia law. Tapos, ang private law, in general terms, involved siya sa in general terms, private law involves interaction between private individuals, whereas public law involves interrelation between the state and the general population. Law degree programs. Law degree programs are considered professional or post-baccalaureate programs in the Philippines. As such, admission to the law schools require the completion of bachelor's degree with a sufficient number of credits or units in certain subject areas. Completion of a required course from a Philippine law schools constitutes the primary eligibility requirement in order to take the Philippine Bar Examination, the National Licensure Examination, as precursor to admission to the practice of law in the country. So yung nag-offer dito sa atin ng law degree programs. Makonsider siya as professional or post-baccalaureate programs. Yun yung mga programs na basic laws, yung saan consist ng Bachelor of Laws, Juris Doctor's degree, tas kasama din yung graduate laws, kung saan consist ng Master of Laws, at saka doctoral degrees. Bali dito sa para makapasok ka or kung gusto mo maging attorney pagdating ng panahon, bago ka makapasok sa isang law school, meron silang mga requirements. So, yan yung malalaman natin ngayon. So, bago tayo doon, alamin muna natin about sa Bachelor of Law or the LLB. So, ang Bachelor of Laws, it is a basic law course. Ito yung isa sa mga legal education program na ino-offer dito sa ng mga law school dito sa Philippines. Ang Bachelor of Laws was the most common law degree offered and conferred by Philippine law schools. It was standard 4-year law program covering all bar exam subjects. Almost all law schools followed a standard LLB or Bachelor of Law curriculum, where each students are exposed to the required bar subjects. So, dito sa Bachelor of Laws, In December 2018, as mandated by the Legal Education Board, the Bachelor of Laws program was phased out and was migrated to Juris Doctors non-thesis program. So, itong Bachelor of Laws, wala na to, na-phase out na to. Pinalitan siya na Juris Doctors non-thesis. So, bale, yung isa naman na naiwan na Juris Doctors degree, yun naman yung isa is ginawa na siyang ano na siya ngayon, Juris Doctors thesis. Juris Doctors degree na thesis siya with thesis. So dito sa Bachelor of Laws na ngayon ay ano na, Juris Doctors ng thesis, na-change siya because pursuant to Legal Education Board Memorandum of Number 19, Series of 2018, adopting the Juris Doctor's degree as a universal academic degree for all graduates of the basic law course in the Philippines. Discontinuing the use of the Bachelor of Laws degree, and considering the past Bachelor of Laws degrees conferred as equivalent to Juris Doctor's degree. So yung mga nakagraduate na yung ano nila, diploma nila is Bachelor of Laws ang nakalagay. Bali, makonsidered sila na Juris Doctor's degree yung course nila. Ang gagawin lang nila is pupunta lang sila dun sa schools para i-update yung kanilang mga credentials nila. Kasi mapapalitan din yun, makonsider din sila na Juris Doctor's degree yung kanilang yung degree nila. The next is the Juris Doctor. Ito yung isa na Juris Doctor na ngayon is Juris Doctor thesis, with thesis ang tawag. The JD degree was developed and first conferred in the Philippines by the Ateneo Law Schools in 1991. The JD program is a 4-year law program, like the standard Bachelor of Laws program. The Juris Doctor's curriculum covers the core subject required for bar examinations. So dito sa Juris Doctors, this consists din ng Bali, ang Juris Doctor, hindi lang siya about sa mga curriculum na para sa mga subjects para sa pag-take ng bar exam. Nandito din nakapaloob sa Juris Doctor yung mga apprenticeship. More on practice method sila, more on hands-on kung saan tawag niyan, kaya meron silang apprenticeship or practicum. Bali, kung i-compare ang Juris Doctors at saka yung Bachelor of Laws, yung Juris Doctors, more on internship sila, tsaka focus sila sa actual practice. Tapos yung Bachelor of Laws naman, inflexible curriculum yun, academic focus sila, yung sa Bachelor of Laws. Board prerequisite for admission to Bachelor of Laws or Juris Doctors program. So, ito na, yung bago ka makakapasok sa law school, bago ka makaka-enroll sa Juris Doctors, thesis or non-thesis, meron mga prerequisite, may mga requirements. Applicants to the program leading to Juris Doctor are required to have satisfactorily completed in an authorized university or college a bachelor's degree in arts or science with any of the following subjects as major or field of concentration. So, dapat graduate ka, meron kang degree na bachelor's degree, it's either sa arts ba or sa science. Tapos, dapat meron kang yung major mo is may concentration siya sa political science, sa logic, sa English, sa Spanish, economics, and history. Pero paano kung yung kung wala ako nitong nabanggit, yung majorship or concentration sa political science, logic, English, Spanish, economics, and history, anong mangyayari? So, a bachelor's degree holder in a field other than those mentioned above must have earned the following minimum number of units. So kung wala ka nun, kailangan mag-earn ka ng units. Sa English, 18 units. Mag-earn ka ng social science ng 18 units. Mathematics na 6 units. So, kunyari na ano ka na sa tawag niyan, natapos ka sa school. Sa first year sa school mo, kailangan matapos mo to lahat. Kasi pagdating ng second year na hindi mo to na-comply, hindi ka na makakapagpatuloy. So, ang mangyayari niyan is yung mga estudyante is nagsa-summer class sila para mapunan nila itong mga units na kailangan, yung required units para makapagpatuloy sila sa tawag niyan sa kanilang law degree na kinukuha nila. Tapos, aside doon, meron tayong tinatawag na Philippine Law School Admission Test or the PhilSAT. It is an entrance exam, separate and distinct from the entrance exam of the law school itself. It is conducted by the Legal Education Board and is prerequisite for admission to the basic law courses leading to either Bachelor of Laws or Juris Doctor's degree. So before, bago ka makapasok or bago ka mag-enter sa law schools, kailangan mo munang kailangan mo munang mag-take ng Philippine Law School Admission Test or in short PhilSAT. Ganun yun dati. Pero ang nangyari kasi, itong PhilSAT na ito pala yung parang siyang aptitude exam. Similar siya sa IQ exam. Composed siya ng 4 subjects, yung communication, language proficiency, critical thinking, verbal reasoning, and quantitative reasoning. Tapos, ang nag-conduct nito is yung Legal Education Board. Prerequisite talaga siya before for admission to basic laws or yung mga Juris Doctor's degree. Pero, ang nangyari kasi is, may memo na tawag niya na inilabas saan in-stop na nila yung Philippine Law School Admission Test. Ito yung 108 page release on December 3, 2019. The Supreme Court has officially declared as unconstitutional the orders and memorandums of the Legal Education Board that require aspiring law students to take up the Philippine Law Admission Test or the PhilSAT, making permanent the temporary restraining order it issued in March of the same year. So, yun na nangyari. Unconstitutional daw yun kasi unfair daw sa mga estudyante na parang dahil dun sa exam, mawawalan sila ng karapatan para mag-enroll sa law school. So, kaya nagkaroon kaya nag-decide yung Supreme Court. So, yun na nangyari. Ngayon, wala na Philippine Law School Admission Test. Wala na PhilSAT. So, hindi na siya required. So ito, Bachelor of Laws, or ngayon na tinatawag na siya ngayon na Juris Doctor ng thesis, ang kailangan is, kailangan matapos po yung 152 units. So ito yon yung 152 units na ito, position ng mga perspective courses. Ito yung perspective courses, ito yung subjects that provide the students with a comprehensive approach to the law. Tapos yung 4 subjects, ito yung subjects that are considered indispensable to a lawyer's knowledge of the law. Then third, elective courses. Optional lang itong elective courses. Subjects that are left to the choice of the students or the institution. Then, practicum. Optional din yung practicum. Subjects that introduces students to the practice of law. Then, legal research paper. A legal research paper may be assigned in the Bachelor of Laws or JD ng thesis curriculum to train students to write effectively and to research proficiently. Ito naman sa Juris Doctors, na with thesis, ang isa na Juris Doctors, 168 units naman siya. It consists of perspective courses, core subjects gihapon, elective courses, apprenticeship, tsaka yun, yung nadagdag din sa kanya is meron siyang thesis, Juris Doctor's thesis. Meron akong sample ng tawag yun, model ng ano nila, kasi medyo maliit. So ito yung sa Juris Doctors na ano, tawag niyan, non-thesis. Ito siya, yung mga subjects nila sa first year nila, sa second year, first semester, third year, fourth year, tapos mga fourth year optional alternative curriculum nila, nandito din, naka-indicate. Tapos ito namang isa, ito, sa Juris Doctors naman ito yung with thesis, yung saan 168 units. Ito naman yung mga subjects niya. Introduction to Law, Persons and Family Relations, sa napakarami ng yan yung lahat. Sa fourth year, tapos meron din silang fourth year optional alternative curriculum din. Okay, tapos ng Juris Doctors, may tinatawag din tayo na graduate law course. Yung graduate law course na dito napapatog yung Masters of Laws. So, excuse me. So, itong Master of Laws, the Master of Laws is a graduate law degree offered to holders of basic law degrees or the Bachelor of Laws or the Juris Doctor's degree. It is generally offered to law graduates and lawyers of any nationality. So, itong Master of Laws sa graduate program requiring not less than 36 units including yung master's thesis nila that shall be given a credit of 6 units when successfully defended before a panel of oral examiners. Whenever the graduate school of law opts to offer a thesis master program, the number of units shall not be less than 45 and the student shall be required to submit a major research paper in 3 subjects in the curriculum of his or her choice. So ito yung example ng Master of Laws, 36 units, at least 36 units. So to complete the program, a student must complete 36 units, credit units distributed as follows. So kailangan sa basic courses, may offer na basic courses na 6 units, may major courses na 15 units, elective courses na 9 units, tapos yung thesis na 6 units. So ito yung sinabi ko kanina, yung Master of Laws na the graduate school of law shall in the exercise of academic freedom draw up its curriculum provided that the following requirements are met. So kapag with thesis ang kukunin mo na Masters of Laws, so kailangan mapunan mo, the total number of units na mapunan mo is not be less than 36 units. So pagdating naman dito sa sa with thesis, kung with thesis yung pinili mo na Master of Laws, so with no thesis ang kukunin mo, kailangan mapunan mo yung 48 units. So 48 units mas marami siya kasi wala siyang thesis na kinuha. Then next is the doctoral degree. So, Doctor of Juridical Science or Doctor of Civil Law. This is the highest academic degree in law and is unlike the Juris Doctor, a research or an academic doctorate. It entitles the holder of the degree to be addressed as doctor. So, yung tawag niyan, yung mga Juris Doctors, yung mga Juris Doctors, tawag niya na degree, hindi sila pwede may title Hindi sila pwede ma-ano as ma-address as doktor. Ang ma-address ng mga doktor, ito lang talaga yung mga Doctor of Juridical Science or Doctor of Civil Law. So, ang Doctor of Juridical Science or Doctor of Civil Law, uh, it requires no less than 60 academic units. Aside from the compulsory writing of a doctoral dissertation that should not be shorter than 200 pages, successfully defended before a panel of examiners consisting of no less than 5 members, and publishing the same or a substantial part thereof in a scholarly journal of research. So dito naman sa doctoral, sa Doctor of Juridical Science or Doctor of Civil Law, kailangan kumuha ka ng 60 academic units. As ito yung mga course niya. Core course units, specialization niya is 30 units, cognate courses niya is 6 units, terminal requirements is 9 units. As aside pa dito is, meron pa siyang, meron silang compulsory writing na dapat hindi mababa or hindi ikili sa 200 pages. Na i-defend nila yun sa panel of examiners. Then next is the honorary law degree. Some Philippine university also conferred the honorary Doctor of Laws or the LLD degree. It is given to famous individuals who, in the discretion of the awarding institution, were found to have made significant contributions to a certain field or to the improvement of society or development of the condition of mankind in general. So after nung doctoral, nung doctorate degree, this one, kung ikaw naman is magkaroon ka ng contribution sa society, ang mangyayari dyan is, maanuhan, tawag niyan, mabibigyan ka ng honorary distinction na tinatawag nila honorary law degree. So ito na yung kumbaga pinakamataas na talaga kasi na ano na siya, sunod na siya, tawag niyan, kumbaga parang award na siya, honorarium na siya. Then bar exam. So, dito sa atin, sa Philippine Bar Exam, meron tayong Philippine Bar Exam, kung gusto yung mga tawag niyan, yung mga gusto mag-attorney. So, after mo kumuha ng 4 years sa law school, kumuha ka ng, it's either yung Juris Doctors Program na thesis or not thesis ba? Pag nakagraduate ka doon, pwede kang kumuha ng bar examination. So, yun yung prerequisite para makakuha ng bar examination. The Philippine Bar Examination is the professional licensure examination for lawyers in the Philippines. The exam is exclusively administered by the Supreme Court of the Philippines through the Supreme Court Bar Examination Committee. So ito yung composition ng yung mga subjects ng mga exam. So meron silang political law. Yung political law, ito nakapaloob dito yung mga constitutional law, administrative law. Tapos sa labor and social legislation, ito nakapaloob yung labor standards, labor relation, social legislation. Tapos sa civil law naman, nandiyan yung persons and family relations, yung property, obligations and contracts, sales, succession. So, dyan nakapaloob sa civil law. Sa mercantile naman, dyan nakapaloob naman yung mga letters of credit, yung mga warehouse receipt, trust receipt law, mga insurance code, transportation law, corporation law, banking laws, napakarami. Pagdating naman sa criminal law, dyan nakapaloob yung revised penal code, special, special penal laws. Sa remedial law naman, nandiyan yung rules on civil procedure, rules on special proceedings, rules on criminal procedure, and etc. Basta napakaraming lahat. Mahirap siya isa-isahin dahil sobrang dami. Tapos sa legal ethics naman, nakapaloob yung mga code of professional responsibility, code of judicial conduct, practical exercises. So, per exam, it is composed of 8 subjects na napakarami. As in, yung napaka-broad masyado. Kumbaga napakahirap. Ang bar examination, ito yung pinakamahirap na examinations kung i-compare sa lahat sa ibang mga profession. So, meron tayong top performing schools. The following schools are the top performing law schools in the Philippines. Such ranking was based upon the cumulative performance from the result of the bar examination from 2014 to 2018. Nangunguna ang University of the Philippines na meron silang average na 86.37%. So, mapapansin nyo dito na pumapangalawa ang Ateneo de Davao University. So, meron din tayo dito sa Davao, no? Top 2 tayo sa mga top performing schools. So, merong 84.25% na general weighted average. Tapos, ang pinaka-last naman, sa top 10, is itong pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. Meron silang 65.79%. So pagdating pala sa bar examinations, yung Ateneo de Davao University is isa din siya sa top performing schools. Pumapangalawa talaga. Pumapangalawa pa talaga siya. So pagkatapos nun, for example, makakapasa na sa bar examination. So ang mangyayari niyan, sa sa board examination, syempre kailangan mag-o-taking ka muna para mag-practice mo yung iyong professions. So, tapos dito papasok naman ang mandatory continuing legal education. Lawyers with names appearing in the rolls of attorneys of the Supreme Court, unless disbarred, are all members of the Federated Bar of the Philippines. However, to be IBP members of good standing, lawyers are required to complete every 3 years at least 36 hours of continuing legal education seminars approved by the Mandatory Continuing Legal Education Committee or MCLE. Members who fail to comply shall pay a non-compliance fee and shall be listed as a delinquent member. So yung mga lawyers, katulad din natin mga teachers, meron silang continuing legal education. So katulad natin mga teachers, meron tayong CPD, continuing professional development, meron din sila. Tapos, kung saan ang kailangan nilang gawin is makakumpleto sila ng 30, at least 36 hours ng continuing legal education seminars every 3 years. So, every 3 years, kailangan mag-attend sila ng legal education seminars hanggang sa mapunan nila yung 36 hours na kailangan. Tapos, yung iba naman dyan, kung hindi mag-comply, ang mangyayari is, babayaran sila ng non-compliance fee, tapos they will be listed as a delinquent member. So, kailangan sumunod talaga dito kasi mandatory itong continuing legal education. And these are my references.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good.
Thank you po.
So, by the way, your top 10 performing schools of law schools, no, is only until 2018.
Opo, the
You do not
20.
have any new, what is this, updated list? Because it's already 2021 this time, 2022 in fact. You do not have any, Miss Ancheta?
I do not have any, Doc. Pero
Okay.
I'll try to, ano, Doc, to research.
Because if you notice, RMC actually revived its School of Law. No, in the past, RMC had offered School of Law, had offered Bachelor of Laws, and there was a School of Law. But during the time of Justice Abiliera, the founder, one of the founders of RMC, when he knew that nobody topped in the bar exam, so he actually decided to close the program. Okay, to close the program, which is the Bachelor of Laws, during that time when Abiliera was still living. However, this 2017, okay, 2017, the RMC decided to revive, no? So it was approved by LEB, the Legal Education Board, and so 2017, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21. So our first graduate was actually in 2021. So, and we had two who graduated, and they are already graduates of Juris Doctor, not anymore the LLB. Okay, so already the Juris Doctor. So only two graduated because the others were not able to qualify. In fact, these two supposed to be March to graduate, March, because we changed already our curriculum. No, but they were made to take again the failed subject summer. So that's why they graduated last June. So nakahabol sila, nakagraduate sila last June, and then took the review, of course, with the proper guidance of our law professors kay made them graduate after it is revived. Then para sad sila kabuok. So what happened? Did you know the result of the School of Law of RMC? Nobody knows from any one of you. So the two took the bar exam, and the result was actually last.
100,
What's that again? Culinares?
100% po.
Yes. The two were able to pass, so it's now 100% passing average. Okay? So the 100% passing average of our maiden graduate of the School of Law in the Juris Doctor program is something that is a good, no, performance of the school. And in fact, the top, because the schools are being classified into four groups. So first group katong daghan kayo dagkong eskwelahan nga daghan og mga nag-take, okay, and so on. So RMC belong to the group 4, where there are only 5 or less who pass the bar exams 100%. So RMC, out of the 6, RMC is one of those 6 top performing group 4 School of Laws. Okay, the School of Law. So, na-appeal na ang RMC as the top performing schools of the Legal Education Board. So we are one of the 5 main schools. So in Davao lang gani, Davao duha na ka top performing. So one is Jose Maria, mga bagong schools, no?
Yes
Jose
po.
Maria. And then the other one, there are 3 schools actually in Davao City lang, no? 3 schools na top performing Ateneo also. So there are 3 top performing schools Ateneo is in the higher level of group, kay daghan man sila. Okay? Pero Jose Maria o RMC are in the group 4 because of small candidates who took the bar exam. So at least RMC is giving a name na first graduates, maiden graduates, the 100% kay para man really klase i-qualify. However, this coming graduation by June again, we are expecting to have 18 to graduate. Kaya itong mga nalagpak last time na not able to join, naghasasansad sila. And we hope they can make it, no? They can make it good. And they can make a good number, no? And we are still expecting that they can do the 100%, or they can perform the 100%. Pero delikado na Pero delikado sad pagkumara kay in case you were not able to make it 0%, no? So it's the extreme. So either 0% or 50% lang, no, kung usara, or 100%. So good that we're able to get the 100%. So grabe, lipay kayo 2 weeks ago, no? Before the, what is this? Before the Semana Santa. So that's why the management is very happy for the performance of our school law. The first graduates, 100%. So that's why itong 18 Kabokuli graduating this coming June, inamuhasasin niya nagmaayo, nobody should be allowed to take the bar, so the review unless they are sure to pass. Di ba delikado naman ang sure to pass, no? Because at times, even if you are just prepared, but emotionally, no, you are tense, you are so, wala, delikado. So intellectually, siguro okay, but emotionally, at times that is one factor. Kay ma-tension na dayon, wala na, imbis kahibalo, wala, nawala na. So that's why we said we always pray for you. We always try to make sure that you have, the really the mind that can think with the Holy Spirit that will guide you. So this is something that is important because even how prepared you are intellectually, no, but the other factors are not prepared, so delikado na siya.
Doc, excuse me po.
Yes.
Nakita ko na po yung ano, Doc. Bali, nung 2020 to 2021 bar exam na na-release siya nung April 12, 2022, nakita ko dito, Doc, na kasali sa Group 4 yung Rizal Memorial Colleges po. Bali, Group 4, 100% passing rate for first-time takers. Kabilang po dito yung Abra Valley Colleges, Batangas State University, then yung Rizal Memorial Colleges, Tabaco College, University of Makati, then Western Leyte College. So dito, Doc, nakita ko yung Rizal Memorial College po para sa mga first-time takers po na 100% nagkaroon ng passing rate ng 100% po.
Yes, that's why the name is there already as the top performing, no? With the
Yes
group
po, top
of,
performing.
that's the one that I was telling. So because the institutions are grouped according to the number of candidates who took the bar. So ang group 1, ito yung mga daghan pa yung candidates, no, who took the bar. Although Korea's college was not able to be in the top, but there are so many who passed also the board exam. They wala sila naka 100%, but very high percentage also. No? Wala sila ka 100%. Ito sa kadagang sa dila. Okay? And we have plenty already of lawyers this time. And especially this time, what is the passing rate? Diba 80+% passing rate of the bar exam? Very high. Sa una diha lang to one time pila lang less than 20% to pass. The teachers board, in fact, mga 36%, but this time in the bar, no? Siguro nakapahulay pag ang mga take of bar. And this was postponed, no, for those who were supposed to take last time. Unlike sa graduate sa RMC, pag ulang sila na-graduate, automatic sa dahil the bar exam was scheduled, so we take advantage so that we'd be able to actually ascertain that our professors are really good. One thing only is that we have one professor for one course only. So that means daghang professors in the School of Law because they only teach one course. A maximum of two, pero ang the other one that is added is a review, no? A law review. So that's why this is something that is helping, no? Our students. And then one thing also is that most of the faculty members, the professors in the School of Law, are actually professors of Ateneos in Davao. So, balhin lang sila, may part-time sila sa RMC, but they are also part-time in Ateneo. So, the the only difference between Ateneo and RMC, because as far as faculty and the instruction is concerned, parehas ng faculty. It's the difference is the pay, no, the tuition fee, because the tuition fee is very low compared to Ateneo. Ateneo's tuition is very high, while RMC is very low. So there's so many transfer to RMC. Pero diha sa sandagan kay mga lagpak, no? Pero sige lang sa ilaham, lagpak basta sila. Just like kining duha na nakapasar. They also have some failing marks. That's why they have to repeat. No? They have to repeat. Nobody from them graduated with honors because of the failing marks. So, yung pala bahala na fail basta nakapasa lang sa par. Which is very, very good performance. So, we hope to really maintain that, no? Because in the past, why it was closed by the founder, it's because it was not performing mga good percentage of passing, and also did not have any uh, what is this mga top passers, no? Wala nagka top 10. Although this time there's no more top 10, it's now the school that is being engaged. No? Sa una na apay, the top 1 is coming from the school, the top 2 coming from the school. This time, there is no mention anymore. What is mentioned is the school performance, not the student performance anymore. The school performance, whether the school can turn out good, no, percentage of graduates to pass the board, the bar exam. Okay. Now, in the curriculum of the Juris Doctor, what is included this time is the CLEP. Wani mo na appeal na sa imong report, Ms. Ancheta, about CLEP. This is actually a clinical legal education program.
Education program.
Yes, that means we have the clinic. Uh, Aside from the OGT equivalent, where they have their practice, no, before they are allowed to graduate, the school should have part of its curriculum the CLEP. Because if you notice in our MC, we have a sort of an, a legal office there that sa ubos, no? Di ba? Magpa-enroll mo, makita niyo din na sa right side. Na that is actually for legal assistance, libre, because the ones who are assisting are students of the School of Law. So na yung mga legal kuan, mga gusto mga assistance, na legal assistance of different forms. So, maka-add ko lang sila dito, walay bayad, because that is part of the program. No, part also is community service. So, na yung mga lawyers who are assisting as the advisor, but these are students who are actually there, no, holding some legal advices and legal consultancy to different clients who would like really to be assisted. At least, ma-practice sila. no? And then with the assistance of the legal advisor, naman si advisor niya, duha ka buok ng mga lawyers. Okay? So this has helped a lot. Then in fact, they had made a sort of webinar. No, just I think that was last December. Very nice webinar, and one of the speakers was who is also at the same time a professor. Wala na nakaayon sa online, no? Was of the Supreme Court, no? Coming from the Supreme Court. So, wow, Pigasa, nakatap no, they were able to tap the highest person of the Supreme Court to be their, no, speaker for that webinar for the law students. So, tanang law students na dito be required to attend, and even also our faculty, no, sila professors. So, very helpful, no, somehow. So thank you for that, Ms. Ancheta. You have a very good report, no, for the Legal Education Board. So can we still have for the Medical Education Program, Ms. Osano, are you ready? Where is Osano? Nawala. The shed come and go. Something is wrong with the connection, no? So as I said kanina, because you are only 10 in the class. In fact, out of that 10, okay, out of that 10, all of you are here, no? Uh, it's supposed to be ika-11 si Kuan, Mamolo Marian. But Mamolo did not show up. So that's why 10 lang yun mo ang official. And all of you 10 are here. Okay? So everybody is present. So that's why I'm happy that you are all present so that we can, only Mamolo, yes. Only Mamolo is not around and he's not expected. Now, out of that 10, how many join that face-to-face? We have Amualia, Ancheta, si Casquejo, and Colinares were not able to join, no? Colinares?
Sa ano po, Doc?
Itong sa face-to-face?
Sa Imran po,
Yes?
yes po, I wasn't able to join and also may Anceta po.
Si Ancheta wala sad. So, how about Casquejo?
Katong sa last Sunday ay sa Perdido.
Itong last 17, 17.
Ay, yes ko, Doc. Naka-join ko, Doc.
Okay, naka-join ka. So, it was Ancheta and Colinares who opted not to join because of some concerns, di ba?
Yes po, Doc. We are making our po.
Oo. So, that's why. So, it was only, so, Amualia, Casquejo, Espiha, Lu, Talbania, and Villas were able to join. So, Osano and De La Peña, Casquejo and Colinares, Ancheta and Colinares missed the group. You missed the group. Did you see all the pictures?
Yes po.
And they had the time, so sayang ka mo, no? So, anyway, I hope you can read also that AIMRAD I sent you in your GC. Try to go over that so that you would know how to present your report. So we will be ending our reporting by June 11. Okay. Now next meeting, that is 30, we will be attending, no? If ever there is the need for each one to really attend the international research, multimedia, not multimedia, multidisciplinary research conference, that would be this coming Saturday. Actually, it is 28, 29, 30. Okay? But what is important for you to join is on the 30. So anyway, there will be an announcement that will be given by the dean. Okay. So in case we will not be able to meet by April 30. So the next meeting that we have is May 7. So we will have at least three people, three presentations beginning next meeting as much as possible if there is a possibility. But if not, it would be on May 7. So there should be at least three presentations. Okay? So we have only 6 meetings more, if ever. Um, but ika-7 ang inyong presence at the conference. Okay? So that would mean that Usano, Amualya, Espeja will be uh, maybe May 7 if ever dili pwede sa 30. And then we have Colinares, Casquejo, Salvania, that would be May 14. Then De La Peña, Villas, Ancheta, and then together with Ancheta, that would be May 21. And then Osano, Amualia, and will be the last, no? Osano and Amualia, these are the two people. You can probably be joining. So the last presentation about areas of like May 4 also. That means in May 14 and May 21, we intend to have 4 presentations. So 30 minutes na lang. Okay, so May 14 and May 21, so that all the 4 for module 4 will be finished. So that by May 28, we start already the presentation of your AIMRAD, no? Uh, research report. Okay? AIMRAD research report on the topics that you have selected. So culinary selected COVID-19, uh, 5.1, no. Yes. Birya selected ISA, Institutional Sustainability Assessment. Ancheta selected Internationalization of Higher Education Institutions. Then De La Peña selected ISO 2015. Salvania selected ASEAN Qualification Reference Framework. Amualia, you selected accreditation councils and agencies. And then Casquejo selected LUC and SUC system. Maita, Lu, you selected PISA report. Espiha, you selected Unifast scholarship. And Osano, you selected gradual implementation of physical face-to-face classes in schools. Okay? So these are the research topics for presentation beginning May 28. Okay? So you start concentrating on this already. And then, so far for learning activities, uh, it's Salvania who is able to already submit his learning activities 1 to 4. There are only 4 learning activities that are asked. The others had not yet started submitting learning activity even 1. And then those who had presented the topic, remember you have topic 1, you have topic 2. Okay? Those who had already presented, just like now, Ancheta had presented the topic, uh, please make sure that you can submit to the bin for the topic 1. Okay? And then the next time around, you have another topic. Unlike Koan, Maita has already presented 2 topics. So, tapos na siya sa topic 1, topic 2. But we need also your topic presentation to be submitted no, your PDF, if ever, to the bin in the keeper. Okay, so nobody had submitted yet any topic that you had presented, and so many had presented already. SPIHA about scope and responsibilities, MITA on the philosophy, Culinaris, karon lang na siya, about kinder, elementary program, Kaspiho, MITA about junior and senior, then technical vocational, this was reported by Salvania, and then baccalaureate degree reported by Villa Peña, and then si Villas, by the way, Villas, you're supposed to report about 5 years program, no, on the baccalaureate, then Ancheta on the legal education, so the last one. So all of this that I mentioned are expected to have already submitted your report, your PDF, if ever you use the PDF, okay, to that bin, so that I can record that already. Okay, so don't forget to submit your reports because I really need that, no, especially we'll be having already our accreditation. Then the learning activities, so far the rest are only giving one and the others none. It's only Mr. Salvania who finished learning activities 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Nag-una siya sa iyang fourth. Okay, ang fourth will be next meeting. Yes, and we'll be having already, yes, the next meeting pa. Now, when we started presenting faculty, curriculum, instruction, library, and so on. Because these are the areas or the sections for quality assurance in educational institutions. Okay? So, nag-una siya. And, okay. So, I
Question, Doc.
hope, yes.
Balik tayo sa Module 5, Doc. Hindi ko mahanap yung PISA report dito sa list i-print out ko eh. Which one nga yung PISA? Is it the flexible mode or quality assurance
No,
of
no.
school?
PISA is PISA. This is
Wala siya dito sa
actually
list.
about standard achievement, no? International standard achievement. There is PISA there.
Wala. Oh, Module 5, I printed it. 1 to 12. Ah, okay, not number 13.
Last 13, 5.13.
Okay. Sorry.
Nawala na.
Oo nga eh.
Okay, nandyan.
Pwede pang
Okay.
i-change, Doc.
Bakit? Uy, maganda itong PISA.
Really? Sige na nga.
Yes, because this is about performance of the schools, especially in English and basic, no? And this is the one, and this is comparing other countries and why are we getting lower?
Okay. Di ba
So
we
in
have to
fact, what's
like
supposed to be
we
higher?
have to triangulate it with our school?
Yeah, in the English, you can make use of that, no? What is the level now of your school that you are in, as far as PESA is concerned? So
Okay.
you give the scenario of the total for PESA, and then that's where you can get into the school where you are in.
Okay.
That would be better.
Sige po.
Uh, so other points for clarification? So okay na?
Okay po.
So somehow, klaro-klaro na. So we will be having 3 or 4 presentations every meeting beginning next meeting. Especially that will be interrupted or may be interrupted. And I know it will be interrupted with this international conference. So that's why we'll have to fast track the presentations of the areas on quality assurance of for educational institutions. Okay, so it's already almost 12 in my time here. So I think it's time also for us to get through. No? So thank you, Miss Ancheta and Miss Colinares for your presentations today. So, si Mira nawala yun, no? Nawala yun yan ko ang linya. On and off siya ganina. Okay, so glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit,
As
as
it
it
was
was
in the
in the
beginning,
beginning, is
is now,
now,
and ever
and
shall
will
be,
ever
world
be.
without end.
Amen.
Amen.
Most Sacred Heart of Jesus,
Have
have
mercy
mercy.
on us.
Immaculate Heart of Mary,
Pray
pray
for
for us.
us.
In the name of the Father,
In
the
the
Son,